With no further ado, drummer, you open your eyes. Your heart has been unblocked. You are in chains, stripped, naked, attached to the wall. You can see medical equipment around you in a dark room, bleeping and beeping, measuring your heartbeat that doesn't exist. The room is small and far away from sterile. It is not clean, it is rough. The medical equipment isn't new, more like stolen pieces of tech from an old hospital. Terrible pain cannot be compared to the terrible hunger that you suffer. Your veins are punctured by the needles in your heart, in your veins, in your throat. The medical equipment make you dry. The other part of this medical equipment pump you with the blood, human or animal, you don't know. Yet whatever is pumped in, it is pumped out as your vital that is stolen from you to the plastic bags left on the side. And you see dozens of them, dozens of bags stored on a table next to you with your vital in it. After a quick glimpse of what's surrounding you, you tried to shout, but the wooden piece inside your mouth did not allow you to scream. It took you a while to notice the presence of little Nosferatu in front of you, holding the stake that he took out from your heart. You see Lord Kevin, a well-known anarch of the Oxford, the one you've met many times. You have no recollection of what happened. Where are you? And how long you've been asleep. All you know is that you are terribly hungry. And this hunger is overwhelming. This hunger must be satisfied quickly. Little Nosferatu starts to destroy the chains that hold you, the handcuffs, the stripes of leather that immobilize you. He also removed the mouthpiece and make you fall on the floor that is without any form of actual ending. It's just straight stone. He grabbed you and he gave you a little flask, which from inside you could sniff the blood. It was enough to allow you to speak freely, but it didn't stop the shakes, nor the shivers. I would like you to mark that your current hunger is at 5. Kevin looked at you.
turtles and humans are fucking everywhere.
Where are they?
Everywhere. Can you hide? Can you shoot?
I can have others do that for me.
Stay low and follow me.
The little creatures start to move towards the doors. The doors which you wouldn't find if he wouldn't show you. He pointed his hand, gesturing you to follow him. And after a few steps, when you left your cell, you realize it's a container, like a metal one, a storage container, and that there are hundreds of them around you. He starts to sniff like a dog, loudly. With your heightened senses, you can hear conversations all around. All the doors are secured with the pin codes, electric devices, and probably shock handles. With 2 pins, a screwdriver and a pin, you can see Kevin approaching the device, removing the first part, and meddling with the cables, which leads to change from red lamp to the green for a second, and the doors are opening.
Quickly!
He pretty much pushed you into one of those rooms, where you can see Rose in the very same condition that you've been, pumped out from blood, pale as a corpse's, staked in a heart, stripped naked, and left here to rot.
I go up, pick up the stake.
Rose, you came back to your senses. The situation that you are in is exactly the same as previously described to Drama. The hunger is overwhelming to the point that you would like to scream. Yet wooden peace stops you from it. Kevin shut the doors, closing you both inside, and you can hear that he start and engage the fight on a corridor. In a matter of seconds, you could hear neck cracking sounds of bones. And Kevin starts to bring into the room a corpse of a man who is taller than the average person. He's wearing Kevlar and military trousers, heavy boots, and having a flamethrower on his back. Kevin opened his neck like a Christmas cracker, and all of those sounds spread inside the closed area that you are in. You could see Rose, still attached, obviously, as just unstaked, leaning towards the corpses. Her eyes become red, filled with blood.
Release her. Girl must feed, you know.
I'd usually take them to dinner before an arrangement like this. I take out her steak, or whether she had the wooden mouthpiece, and then pick up everything.
Well, you managed to release her leg, her mouth, and one hand. And with the rest she managed by her own, just rip it off entirely and jump on a dead body, pretty much without a head. Kevin started to look out on the corridors to make sure there's no one there, while Rose fed. Drummer, do you fed as well?
If there are more corpses, then yes. But if
There's
it's the
only one.
then I let Rose take it completely.
Alright. Rose, your current hunger, after draining this body dry of death blood, is at level 3. That satisfies your beast. For now. Yet you still sense her presence.
Can you disappear?
Kevin asked.
What? Can you obfuscate? No.
I
Okay.
don't think so.
Can you shoot? Toreador.
Good with knives. Good with knives.
He starts searching the corpses that you fed, yet he did not find any blade.
Maybe later. Shh, and follow me.
He starts
I do
sniff
understand.
like a dog. Getting on the corridor. Hold you a couple of times when you hear more people coming. Rose, with your heightened senses, you can hear more than 100 people around. On the roof of the building, above you, on the car park, everywhere around. You can sniff, you can sense a lot of petrol in the air. And blood. Also, everywhere. On the next crossroads of the corridors, you met up with a Nosferatu, a female, approximately 20 years old, you would say, by the figure, by the height. She had dark hairs and hood. Her face is covered by the bandana. She had the goggles, like welders does. Tactic gloves through you can see a pale white skin and long nails. They start to talk, whispering, which drama you couldn't hear it. Rose, you could. The exchange of words was quick, partly gibberish. Yet, a simple question. Did you find anyone? The north side is clear, but you're not gonna believe me. One of them is there. Show me, follow me, that kind of conversation. And they both started to going. Kevin just points you the one direction to follow by them. In a few corridors that you did not engage anyone, thanks to their orientation, their stealth. You entered another room where the kindred is in a very similar position. Yet he's no longer pumped with blood. There's no bugs aside. The stake is still in his heart. Yet he looked like a corpse. Rotting corpses. And Rose, the gentleman, the person, is completely unfamiliar to you. Drummer, you recognize. You recognize the pirate tattoos on this person's arms. It is one of Alexander's Crane pirate's crew. One Primogen member, called to be dead. You can see Herman Brooks of the Clan Venture.
Oh.
Kevin starts to look confused.
You alright, Kevin?
Not sure though.
The Nosferatu girl turned to you. Is he one of the unsentenced?
No.
Oh, he should be dead. Really?
Well, he was, wasn't he?
He looked at Rose. He looked at you.
Do we leave him to rot in here? Or
Hasn't
are
he
we
already?
taking him with us?
Well then.
You're Tate's right hand, right? You tell me. He's a commie.
Still has connections with us. Plus, why would we want to leave one of our own? Oh, kindred. The fate of these. If anything, we do it our way, instead of letting humans deal with us like this.
Sweetie pie.
The Nosferatu turned to him. Yes, father.
Bring some blood bugs.
Yes, father. And she disappeared into the office gate.
Maybe it's gonna be smart not to unblock his heart.
Not yet.
I got an idea. Let's rip off his hands, rip off his legs, and put him into the bag. It's gonna be easy to transport. And I always wanted to break his arms.
I'll be my guest.
But we don't have the bag.
We can think of something. There are plenty of individuals around.
Where is everyone else?
We are looking for them.
Wonderful.
I hope everyone is in this building. This
We're
is
not
not
the
the
only
only base of those guys.
Great.
Who are we dealing with?
Hunters and ghouls. The Legion.
I am seriously losing track of just everything.
Don't worry, that's usually the case at the beginning.
Will the blood help with how much that this guy's rotting?
No,
Ugh.
probably not.
It should, actually. Blood is good for everything, that's what my man said. You're sad? Drink. You're happy? Drink. You got butterflies in the stomach? Drink. Or take out the butterfly, or take out the stomach.
You're dead. Drink.
True.
Anyway, we need to find more blood, don't we?
Kevin
Yes.
approached the Ventru, yet he stepped aside.
I feel bad about it.
Feel bad about what?
Releasing him.
Why?
Because he might get to be new prince. And that's bad, isn't it?
The way I see it, at least, mortals are believers. We sort out our own business, but we don't leave others to their own fate. Weaker beings.
He spit on him.
If you want to release him, release him. He's Ventru. And he's from Crane's Pricks. True. He don't like rats. Rats don't like him. And I was sent here to help our guys. I mean, Malik's friends. I mean, Sentence. I mean... And then I saw you!
Well, let's go
I
somewhere in
was
between
too
then.
loud.
Rose, you can sense multiple people approaching.
Bad Kevin! Bad Kevin! Too loud Kevin! Too loud Kevin!
He disappeared in obfuscate.
I unstake vampire.
The moment you unstake Mr. Brooks, you saw him opening eyes that are completely red and in rage. Out of hunger that it's probably weeks long. He jumped at you, yet all the chains and locks on him sustain him. He is shouting through the wooden piece in his mouth.
Rose, open the door. We'll leave the dog to the prey.
Okay, because I have no idea what else to do. Open the door.
You opening the doors and you unleashing raging
Yep,
Ventru on the corridors full of hunters. Right.
Yep, that is
The
correct.
moment he sniffed blood from any direction of the living being, naked Herman Brooks start raging the corridors, shouting and screaming. You could only hear a giggle of the Nosferatu from the corridors.
That's our distraction.
Rose, you are able to hear the flamethrowers that have been fired on. You could hear shootings, reloading and shootings and screamings of humans.
Let's move on quickly.
After you.
Thank you kindly.
You could see another open doors at the edge of the corridor, where Kevin just disappeared in.
I'll head in that direction.
Following.
You can see Giorgos attached to the wall, staked, stripped. Next to him, approximately a dozen or more blood bugs.
Run and unstake him.
Giorgos. Same declaration applies to you. Hunger, confusion, hunger, anger, hunger, pain.
It hurts.
You can see the drummer
Rose.
and Rose next to you, both naked, both covered in blood. Rose much more than drummer.
What the fuck is going on?
Legion. Humans, hunters.
Let me go.
While still holding the stake, I start
hurts.
removing the chains from round him.
Whilst that's happening, I pick up some of the bags, the blood, his blood,
Yeah.
and give it to him.
You see pints
just rip
and
them
pints
open and-
of your blood.
Fuck are those? I try to feed.
On your own blood?
What is the mortal blood?
You cannot sense the mortal blood. It's
I will settle
it
with
wasn't
mine.
delivered to your system. You were left just out there without a pump. They stored what they wanted, and you were probably left to be destroyed, all to rot.
I'll take mine.
It is something off when you taste it. You think you're gonna puke. You could literally feel the
I
slap
roll with
of
what
your
I have.
beast.
Silence. Shut up. We'll deal with this for now.
Shh. You could hear Kevin put off the hood and appear from off his camp.
You. Let's go. Quickly. I look at the other two. I look at drummer. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
We don't have any clothes about, right? Being ass naked in this place. So comfy.
Well,
Get me started. Let's get out.
I wouldn't say that the cold anyhow annoy you. It doesn't. It is like maybe 100 on your issue list. You went into the corridor full of storage rooms, storage containers. You can see 3 or 4 Nosferatus that are opening the doors. From some of them you can hear kindreds burning, turning to ashes. From the other you can hear kindreds being released. Similar conversation that you had. Shh, silence, follow me, that kind of stuff. The corridor starts to get crowded. Beneath you can still hear fighting. You can hear alarms raising. Mobilization of the footstep soldiers of Legion. More than a dozen kindreds around you, all naked, all confused, all hungry, all angry. Giuseppe Your heart has been unblocked. Yet, you are not hanging on the wall like everyone else. You are on a table. Around you, everything's look like it's prepared for the surgery, or the surgery just finished. Kevin unblocked your heart.
G, wake up!
Hey, Special K, how you doing?
I'm good. Shh. You can hear the alarms. It is going down. Move your ugly ass, man. Come on!
Yeah.
Let's find you a nice nurse, hey? What do you know? Pumping shit.
I like redheads. Yeah. Like redheads.
All of you guys are the same, aren't you? Let's go.
He lifts you and...
Yeah, let's go.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that he's strong. You've been like a feather to him, and you're not the little boy, aren't you? In a moment, you can see Giorgos, the drummer, and Rose joining the sequence of the corridors that you are in. The hunger really does annoy you. Giorgos, drummer, Rose, you can see Kevin coming out from one of the gates with Giuseppe.
Sleeping Beauty, how you doing?
Itchy. Lots and itchy.
Time for breakfast.
Yeah. Diet's off the table. Yeah. That makes me smell fire. You have barbecue? Yeah. I get warm, I get burnt. Excuse me. Just think of the way nice ass.
Kevin checked his phone. He looked at all of you. He slowly went towards Giorgos and literally just poke your arm like, hey you. He showed you his phone.
What?
You can see a message repeatedly on a channel. You don't recognize the app that they're using. It is like a group communicator, and you see 22 messages from different people stating no Malik.
Do you mean? What is this?
It's on the phone. It's on the phone, Giorgos.
Go take a look.
Just spam the messages. No Malik, no Malik, no Malik. Looks like you're looking for him as well. You didn't find him yet. Shit. The fuck.
They might dispose to him.
Well, they've taken him somewhere else.
Maybe.
No. They would not dispose him if they know. And they have taking him separately. They may know he's,
It's funny, but
you know.
this gesture, this tilt of head, was very similar for Rose and for Kevin. Because suddenly they both did something like this. Rose, what was similar with you and Kevin is that you both hear screams of vampires. Scream of your kind, scream of the kindreds. When the heavy artillery went in, bullets that penetrate armor, shredding the skin of the vampires. Flamethrowers that start enclosing in corridors and burning kindreds alive, fulfilling the corridors with flames. Full siren when the lights start to flash red on the corridors. You can hear steps from every direction. You are being surrounded by more than 100 ghouls, mortals, you don't know what, but definitely highly equipped.
We're outgunned.
Have we outstayed our welcome?
You could put it that way. There's hundreds of them.
Do we have a gun?
Yes.
Do we have guns?
He showed you
May I
9
have
millimeters.
Of course.
He gave you
Yeah,
the gun
yeah.
and he hid behind you.
The other way out.
Yeah.
We do.
Jesus Christ.
Evan, is there no other way out of here?
Let
You got
me-
this. You got him.
Let me
here.
think.
He started messaging. He messaged again.
Get the fuck out from here. Miss Hathaway, we need to create the new doors. Don't worry. I told Seneschal you will be fine, you will be fine. Okay? Okay? I've got Wayland waiting for you, okay? It's cool. It's cool. Just follow me, don't get killed, and step away from fire. My mom taught me that.
He starts
Mum
to
was
run.
certainly wise, Kevin.
He started to run. And this run wasn't long. Because he ran through the walls. The moment his little body hit the bricks, it would be the same effect if you shoot the wall with a bazooka or with a grenade. A very powerful amalgam of fortitude, potence and acceleration that make him bust through first wall,